In this video, we are going to explore the picture tool in 3D Coat's Paint workspace. It functions in a very similar fashion to what you find with the text and the curves tool. Each of these three have their own dedicated layer types. For example, if I were to click on the icon on this picture layer, then I will see the preview and the curve appear just like it did the last time I used it on this layer. But in this instance, I'm going to hit the escape key to drop that temporarily, and I'll start from scratch. As with the text tool or the curves tool, we have an option in the tool options panel to clear the previously painted data. And you have to make sure that the channels you want to delete are enabled. So with that being the case, when you check clear the layer before applying, it will delete the old information as I mentioned and then apply the new in its place. But in some cases, the old information may be obscuring the preview somewhat. So I'm going to clear it beforehand by hitting the delete key. Okay. With that done now, I'm also going to isolate this outer shell by going to the Paint Objects panel, and I will hover over the visibility icon of that object, and while I'm holding down the Alt key, I'll click on that visibility icon. Now to restore all the others with a single click, I would hold down the Alt key and click on it once again. I've got symmetry applied here, and what I will do is click to create the first control point, and then maybe the middle control point, and then the end. You can click to create as many as you need. You can also subdivide here to add more points that way. And we can click on equalize to spread the points out evenly. Or we could click on the to line button in order to straighten the entire line out with a single click. If you want to tweak the points, you can just click on them and drag them individually. If you want to delete a point, you can hover over a point and hit the delete key. But in this instance, I'll keep the point as it is. Okay, and we also have options here to rotate the entire image. We can move it. And we can also scale it as a whole. Okay, so I think I'll rotate it just a little bit. Now, another thing I should mention is that we see a little bit of tint being applied here, and that's because it's applying the tint from the foreground color. If I don't want that, I can either select white or I can right-click to disable the foreground color. Okay, now I'll go back to the layer that I had cleared previously. And I should mention that when you start using one of these tools, 3D Coat will make a layer that is specific to that tool automatically. So let's go ahead and apply this, but before we do, allow me to touch on the different texture maps that you can apply in the Tool Options panel here. You can choose here in the Tool Options panel the depth texture, color texture, glossiness, and metalness. Additionally, I can adjust the number of tiles in order to generate multiple instances if I want. We can also flip the image if we need. Many of these parameters are relatively self-explanatory, so I won't go over them all. So if I'm happy with that, I'm going to hit the Enter key or the Apply button. Okay, let's do it over here. Hit the Enter key. It's projecting from the screen. I'll hit Escape. All right, and that's going to conclude this quick look at using the picture tool in 3D Coat's Paint workspace. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.